boys and girls, it's Miss Sue. How are you doing on this Thursday, April 9th day? And right now, as you can see out the window, we'll look at the weather. It's a partly cloudy day, and it is very windy out there. Look at the maple tree leaves and branches blowing. So you be careful out there when you're playing so you don't blow away. Today we're going to read a story called Little Bunny Foo Foo. It's about this white little bunny and his friends the mice, but he gets in a little trouble with these mice. And there's a good fairy here that may help him to stay out of trouble. Okay, and the book is written by Robin Frederick. And what is the person called that writes the story? Yep, it's an author. And it says, illustrated by Mary Grace Eubank. And what does the illustrator do? Think about it. Yep, they draw the pictures. Okay, so let's continue with our story. Let's turn our page. And this book does not have a title page. It goes right into the story. So let's see. Oh, look at little bunny Foo Foo. Let's read and see why he's sad. It was a beautiful day in the forest. The birds were singing. A gentle breeze was blowing. But little bunny Foo Foo sat by himself feeling very sad. Oh, let's find out why little bunny Foo Foo is sad. And it's a beautiful day here in his forest. He was watching some of the mice playing nearby. He wanted to play too, but he didn't know any of their games like hopscotch. He didn't know how to juggle or play frisbee or just dance around and having a good time. And this one I think is playing hide and go seek. So little bunny Foo Foo only knew how to play one game. Bop a Buddy. He loved to play with it with his sister Fifi. Here's his sister, and they're playing Bop a Buddy. Oh, there she is. That's her with the bow. But she was visiting her Aunt Fanny. He couldn't play Bop a Buddy all by himself. Then Foo Foo had an idea. Why not play Bop a Buddy with the mice? He thought they would like that. It seemed such a good idea, he didn't even bother to ask the mice if they wanted to play. Foo Foo leaped in the air and shouted, "Ready or not, mice, here I come." Then he ran right into the middle of their game, singing the song you're supposed to sing when you play Bop a Buddy. Little bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Foo Foo bopped a mouse with a tulip. The mouse was angry. "Ouch! Stop that, you silly bunny!" But Foo Foo wasn't listening. He bopped one mouse after another. He was having such a good time, it never occurred to him that the mice were not, even when they all disappeared into their mouse hole. Foo Foo thought they were going home for lunch. I guess he thought that too because he was hungry. Down in the mouse hole, there was a lot of excited shouting. What was that bunny doing? Playing some silly game? Doesn't he know he could hurt someone? What will we do if he tries it again? Then Matilda Mouse said, "Let's ask the good fairy for help. She'll know what to do." Everyone agreed that that was a good plan. Look what they have in their mouse hole. They have, it looks like, a pincushion, an acorn, a thimble, a screw, and a washer, and some buttons that are made into barbells, dice, an empty spool of thread, a marble, and another thimble. The next day when Foo Foo hopped into the middle of their game, the mice were ready for him. Foo Foo picked up the nearest mouse and bopped them on the head and sang, "Little bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head." Oh, look, they're all ready for him. They have thimbles for hats, acorn hats for their hats, buttons for armor and shields. But they still weren't very happy. They looked like they were all getting hurt. Down came the good fairy, and she said, "Little bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into what was it I was going to turn you into? Was it a balloon? No, but it rhymes with balloon. I'll remember, and when I do, I'll be right back." And then the good fairy was poof gone. Little bunny Foo Foo was so surprised to see a fairy that he forgot all about bopping the mice. Instead, he spent most of the day imagining what it would be like to be a balloon. He thought it might be fun. I wonder what she is going to turn him into. That sounds like the word balloon that rhymes with it. We'll find out soon, I guess. So the next day, Foo Foo decided to play with the mice again. They were expecting him, and this time they were really ready. Now they have pillows tied to their heads, and they have their little buttons as armor or protecting their bellies. Foo Foo scooped up as many mice as he could, bopped each one on the head with a tulip, and sang, "Little bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head." They were still upset with him. Down came the good fairy, and she said, "Little bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up those field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a prune? No. A bassoon. No, that wasn't it. Or was it a raccoon? Oh, dear me." And then, poof, she was gone. Now, let's say these rhyming words that she's trying to guess what she was going to turn him into. Was it a balloon? A prune? A raccoon? A bassoon? They all rhyme. But that still wasn't what she was going to turn him into. So I guess we're going to have to wait. Little bunny Foo Foo spent the whole day thinking about what it would be like to be a prune, a bassoon, or a raccoon. He wasn't too sure he wanted to be any of those things, but he still wanted to play with the mice. So the next morning, as usual, he showed up to play Bop a Buddy with the mice. This time the mice were sure they were ready for him. Well, they have pillows on their heads, on their tummies, on their backs. Some have armor still on their tummies, and they have their hats on their heads to protect their heads, and a fancy slingshot that shoots blackberries at them. And here's one here in the ground and right here. But little bunny Foo Foo wasn't upset at all. He thought it was just all fun and games. Foo Foo scooped up one mouse after another. He has this one right here in his arms, and this one's trying to rescue him. Bopped each one on the head and sang, "Little bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head." Oh, they're getting kind of discouraged with this little bunny Foo Foo. Down came the good fairy, and she said, "Little bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 1 more chance, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into the moon? Or was it a baboon? Or was it a spoon? I've simply got to remember. She just has a bad memory right now. And a baboon is a very large monkey. Okay, finally, it occurred to Foo-Foo that the good fairy didn't want to play Bop a Buddy with the mice. He couldn't imagine why not. He always had so much fun. And look at how surprised he is thinking about the animal and the two things that the good fairy was going to turn him into. So let's say these rhyming words again. Let's see. Let's start with, can you remember? Yep, balloon. And then what's next? Prune, raccoon, bassoon, baboon, the moon, and a spoon. He's not quite sure he'd like to be any of those things. So I think maybe he got the message. Just then, Foo-Foo heard a small voice. It was Matilda Mouse. Excuse me, Mr. Foo-Foo. I thought you ought to know. My friends and I are too small to play Bop a Buddy with you. We could get hurt. Why don't you think of something we can all play together? Right away, Foo-Foo decided to find something that they could all play with. He looked and looked until he found just the right thing, a shiny red top. Look at that, he pulled everything out of his toy chest. And many of his toys begin with the letter B, like bear, boat, ball, block, another ball, book, belt, and ball of yarn. And here we have two pictures that begin with T, truck, and top. The next day, Foo-Foo and the mice were playing when the good fairy appeared once again. Little bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Now I remember what I was going to turn you into. It wasn't a balloon, or a moon, or a prune. It was a goon. And look at how surprised everybody is here. Little bunny Foo-Foo and the mice all shouted at once, No, don't do that. We're playing together. The good fairy looked very surprised. So Matilda explained, Foo-Foo didn't know how to play gently with little animals like us. We showed him how, and now we're having lots of fun. See, they're all riding on the top as a carnival ride, and they're going to the ticket booth to get tickets to go on the ride. They're all taking turns. They look like they're having lots of fun. From that day on, Foo-Foo and the mice played together happily. As the good fairy always says, when she can remember it, be gentle with little animals. Otherwise, you could be hare or here today, goon tomorrow. She's saying hare because another name for a rabbit is hare. And goon is what she was going to turn little bunny Foo-Foo into. But the real saying is here today, gone tomorrow. So that's the end of our story. And now we're going to do a little drawing activity. We're going to draw little bunny Foo-Foo. Okay, so I'm going to walk over to the table, and while I'm doing that, you get a piece of paper and your crayons out, and we'll draw little bunny Foo-Foo. And also write our names on the back of the paper. And here are a couple little bunnies that I have drawn already, just to give you a little idea how we're going to draw them. Now I'm going to use a white piece of paper. Okay. I'll put this here, and I'll put our little bunny foo-foo book here. And I'll turn our light on just to put a little light on the subject. Okay, so I have my crayons in my paper. So I'm going to choose a black crayon. You can choose brown, black, purple, red, whatever color you choose, whatever you like. So we're going to draw a circle for his head. And if you're having a hard time with that, you can ask your mom or your dad or your big brother or sister to guide your hand to make the circle. Okay? And we're going to put long ears on Bunny Foo-Foo. Okay, do the best you can. And I bet if I saw every one of your drawings, they'd all look different because you're all unique. And your bunny will be unique also. Okay, now we're going to draw 2 eyes, 2 circles. Okay, you have that. And then he has a nose. Right here. And then 1, 2, 3 whiskers on one side. 1, 2, 3 whiskers on the other side of his face. And he's smiling, so we'll make a smiley face. And look he always has his teeth showing, little bunny teeth. So we'll make 2 teeth attached to his mouth. See that? So I'll give you a little time. And again, if you're having a difficult time or you're not quite sure, you can ask your mom or your dad or your grandmom or your big brother or sister to guide your hand and help you. Okay, now we're going to color our bunny in. So if you notice, his ears are pink in here, so you can just add some pink if you like. But if you decide to put another color in there, that's just fine too. And I'm going to use this pink crayon for his nose too. See that? And just color his nose in pink. And he has some pink cheeks too. So put some pink in there, if you like. Okay, we have our pink all done. And now we'll color his eyes. They're black and blue. Okay, so we're going to put some blue, make some blue eyes. There we go. And there we made little Bunny Foo-Foo. Okay, if you want, you can have your mom or dad help you write Little Bunny Foo-Foo. They can write it for you. Little Bunny Foo-Foo. There, Little Bunny Foo-Foo. And on the back, we'll write our name. Okay? I can write my name because I've had lots of years of practice. And I know some of you in the classroom have been practicing writing your name. And if you're not quite sure, somebody in your family can make the dots for you like this. And then you can just trace over it. I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use red. Just like that. Okay? So there's our little Bunny Foo-Foo. And you can hang this up as a spring decoration, an Easter decoration, any type of decoration on your refrigerator, on your window if you like again, because it does show on your window. You can see through it. Okay, so that is our art activity. And I hope you liked our story. And now we're going to sing our song. Okay, and use some motions with our hands. First we'll sing it, just for a little practice. Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and she said, Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances. Okay, and here goes little bunny foo-foo after the mice again. Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Get your good fairy fingers moving. Down came the good fairy and she said, Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you, scooping up those field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances. Or because I'll turn you into a shh. Here he goes again. He's going the next day to see those little mice. Get your fingers ready. Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and she said, Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you, scooping up those field mice and bopping them on the head. I gave you 3, 2, and 1 more chance, 1 more chance. And I'll turn you into a shh. This is your last chance, little bunny foo-foo. Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up those field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy and she said, Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you, scooping up those field mice and bopping them on the head. I'm giving you no more chances, little bunny foo-foo, because now I'm going to turn you into a raccoon? No. A balloon? No. A prune or a raccoon? Or a bassoon? No. I'm going to turn you into a goon. Okay. All right, boys and girls, I hope you liked that story and that song and our little art project. Okay, well, you have a real good day and I'll see you soon, and I love you and I miss you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.